What's going on, guys? I'm Justin Fix, and this is the S550 Fix YouTube channel. And today we're going to be putting exhaust cutouts on my 2016 Ford Mustang. My buddy Austin has a shop here in Roanoke. They do all sorts of things, from oil changes, engine swaps, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to his shop, and we're going to have one of his mechanics do the welding. I could do it, but I want it to be right, so I'm having one of his do it. And he's located here in Roanoke, Virginia. I'll put his Instagram here below. All right, so the other day I'd put hooker headers exhaust cutouts on my car. I bought them from CJ Pony Parts. I'll put the link down below. I got a really special discount on them, but I think originally they run about the $400 mark. So they're kind of pricey, but I wanted something that was good quality. I didn't get very many shots of them before, but they're super high quality. The welds are really nice on them. And originally I was going to weld them on. We just decided to put clamps on them. But the only problem with it is, since I did clamp them, we did put a little bit of weld to stop any leaks that may happen, but it still ended up leaking. So earlier I went to Advanced Auto. Before I tried welding them back up and sealing them and everything, I wanted to give this a shot just to see if it worked. There was a lot of good reviews on Amazon for it, so I found closest Advanced Auto Parts and got Permatex muffler and tailpipe sealer. You're supposed to put it on cool exhaust, let it sit for 30 minutes, and then let the car run for 10 minutes, and that should cure it and harden it all the way, and hopefully stopping the leak. We're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, worst comes to worst, I'll scrape it off or take a grinder or wire brush or something to it and get it off. If it doesn't work, and just weld it. But I figured I'd give it a shot because it was like, I think it was like $7. And I just wanted to see, if there's anybody here that has a exhaust leak or anything, you might be able to use this if it's small enough. People were saying they were sealing up like 1/4 to 1/2 inch holes with it. So we'll see how it works, and hopefully it does work. All right, so first I'm going to jack up the car. There should be a jack point right under here. Let's see. So there is one thing I wanted to tell y'all. If y'all do try using this stuff, make sure you put on gloves. There's an ingredient in it called sodium silicate, and if it gets in contact with your skin, it can cause irritation, redness, stuff like that. So you don't want any of that, so just put on some gloves. Just any type of glove here will work. Something you can still feel really well with, but also something that's not porous, so stuff gets on your skin. And then you want to get underneath the car. I'm going to use my phone for a flashlight. Get underneath the car, turn it on, and we'll put it right where I felt it leaking earlier. Alright, so if you look right here, my time, it is 11:43. So we're going to come back. It's a little cooler right now. It's about, I don't know, right about 50 something degrees. So we're going to come back in about 40 minutes from now, which will be just a little after midnight or so. And we'll start up the car and let it run for 10 minutes. And I'll check with y'all then. All right, so actually I just stuck my hand under the car and, you know, since it's not that hot yet, it hasn't warmed up too much, I put my hand around where I thought the holes were. There is a small little pinhole that I'm gonna try to fix with that, with the weld sealer on the driver's side. But on the passenger side, there's absolutely no leaks from where I put the weld sealer, the Permatex. It actually appears that the noise is just coming, kind of like a muffled noise coming from the flap on the exhaust open and close valve. So I mean, I don't know if that's just the nature of those things or what, but I've heard, you know, stories about how people said that they don't really seal up that well sometimes. So there are some that do better than others, but I guess I got one of the sets that they tend to leak more. But the leaking noise is a lot less noticeable now than it was before. So in the morning I might start up the car really quick, check that pinhole, and just put a little bit of that Permatex on, and while I'm getting ready for work I'll let it dry and then start it up before I leave. So it appears that the stuff actually works. So I spoke too soon on it not working. So all of y'all who probably think I'm an idiot for doing it, it actually worked. I'm on my way to work right now, and I was just gonna do a couple interior clips of the car with the cutouts closed and with the cutouts open and everything. Just so that way you can hear the significant sound difference inside the car. So right now I have the cutouts closed, and you know, it's pretty quiet. It sounds like it did before. It doesn't sound any different. You can hear a little bit of the exhaust coming through that little flap, but it's not anything crazy. It doesn't sound like a really terrible exhaust leak, but you can definitely hear that there's some air coming out of there. So here, I'll get on it and so y'all can hear it. So that was second to third, full throttle in second, about half throttle in third. So I got this remote here. It says open and close on it. The cutout's actually just plugged into my 12-volt cigarette lighter right here. I just came up through where the shifter boot is and made sure I wasn't going to hit the drive shaft when I came up from the exhaust, and just came up through here, drilled a hole, and came out and just plugged it right into the 12-volt plug right here. I can unplug it and, you know, just be sitting there. It's not that noticeable or evasive or anything like that. So now I'm going to open the exhaust cutout, and I don't know if that shows up on the camera, but immediately it gets louder in here and more defined exhaust inside the car. It's definitely pretty loud inside the car. Alright, so now we're driving. There's kind of some traffic, so I gotta drive normal, but you can hear probably in here that it's pretty loud. I mean, it's really obnoxious, but it's really nice because just at a press of a button I can change it. Now it's quiet, and that's, I don't know, that's really nice. Before, when I straight piped the car, it was just loud all the time and there's nothing you can do about it. Now I can just